During the Shir, my phone ran out of memory, so the last part was not recorded. So I will re-record that section now. And Kook is explaining that in Musar and Kedusha, ציבורי, that ethics, compassion on the one hand, and sanctity on the other in the ציבורי, for an entire community, is different than it is for the individual. And everything we've talked about until now is talking about how the individual has to find his own personal balance. However, in Oרות הקודש, Kook continues, אין בתכונה של קיבוץ ציבורי בשום אופן אפשרות לנטייה של החלשת האהבה העצמית. In terms of the constructing of a congregation, of humanity coming together into national existence, it is not possible in any way to weaken the self-love, which can, as we've discussed, can be destructive for an individual, but it is not destructive and is in fact necessary for the congregation. The problem of a congregation, a nation, a people, ואף אינו בא ממנו כי אם הירוס המוסרי, אם יזדמן ורקבון פנימי האוכל כל. That when an entire nation, an entire people, an entire religion directs itself toward self-restrictions and overmuch compassion and generosity toward others, the only thing that it leads to is a destruction of ethics and morals and an internal rot that will end up consuming everything. If the congregation, if the nation tries to eliminate its self-love, it bends itself down and it breaks itself in a way that will lead to its own self-destruction. We see in the history of mankind that there was a nation, a religion that taught self-limitation. It taught that the relationship between husband and wife was inherently sinful, that the ideal way was to be a monk or a nun, separation from the world, only giving compassion to others. And this religion, of course, is Christianity. It looks at the man, at people, the nation, and so on, that if someone should slap one cheek, you should turn the other cheek and give them that cheek to strike as well. And this, of course, has an effect upon personal honor and so on. Where did this religion take its nations? Where did it take mankind? Did it bring the tens of thousands of its believers to a level of absolute peace and love for everyone as they preached? Did it cause all of their nations, all the Christian nations, to love each other and show only affection and care for one another? In one of Rav Kook's letters, he wrote that the Degel Arachamim, the flag of compassion of Christianity was held b'yadayim meleot dam naki, with hands that were filled with blood. The suppression of natural human instincts, instead of guiding of them, for everyone can only lead to this type of destruction. And when we look at through history, where did most of the pogroms start? In churches. They were riled up by their clergy. We have to understand that an individual can create a balance that requires some self-restrictions, but the tzibur cannot. In Oros HaKodesh, Rav Kook sums this up. Al kain iyafshar klal lidrosh yeh ba'olam am mosari. Therefore, we cannot demand that a nation be an ethical nation, as Rav Kook defines it, not the exact way that we use ethics in English, a nation that preaches self-limitation, limiting of self-love, only concern for the others. Ki im am kadosh, but it can, and we should have, a holy nation. The idea of reaching not only our individual potentials, but our national potentials, pride in the national potential, pride in what we as a people can acquire. That is something that is very possible and can be required of the nation, because it builds up the nation as it builds up the individuals within it. Rav Kook continued to say, Yagbir es atzmo, Rumam et erko b'fnim u'b'chutz, that it strengthens himself. He is raised up, his internal values and his external values are raised up. Yerumam v'yagbir et or hatov be'olam, and through this he raises and strengthens the good light in the world. This is the destiny of the Jewish people, what the Jewish people is supposed to reach to become an Am Kadosh, a holy nation, and bring out all of her potentials to realization, to create a Or Tov Ba'olam, a good light in the world. It's from this we see Tachlit HaTov Shabu Mosri Klula Hi Kavar Bahakdusha Betsura Yoter Mefuara, that the ultimate good in ethics is that it is included in sanctity, in Kedusha, so it can also be raised up. Yafei u'me'aneget, beautiful and enjoyable. What ethics wants to expose in the world through the various giving over and suffering that may require of the individual is so that that individual's sanctity can be raised up and revealed through internal satisfaction and rejoicing. We will have one more Shir, Bezras Hashem, on this paragraph from Rav Kook, and then we will go on to the next paragraph of Rav Kook's introduction to Shir HaShirim. Everyone should have a wonderful day in the Shana Tova U'Metuka.